What's up with the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seen this title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. I'm sure by now a lot of y'all have seen a lot of the things that Tim Walz have been doing. I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like it's a surprise to me, but it's also not a surprise. And I feel like it's a surprise to me because it's coming from somebody that literally is one of the softest people, in the United States right now. In the world right now, one of the softest people. Coming from him, and for him to speak like that, it threw me off. I was a little bit surprised from multiple videos of Tim Walz talking crazy about Trump supporters, Republicans, Trump. It's crazy. But this is Tim Walz and Gavin Newsom on Gavin Newsom's new podcast.
But I think we're wrong not to understand more deeply and fully that people think we are deeply full of ourselves, and we're talking down to people and past people. People want to be protected, they want to be respected, and they want to be connected. And I think this notion of respect is something that keeps coming back to me. People that just feel like we don't respect this notion of...
How do you fight it?
This notion
I think
of
I could kick most of their ass. I do think that if they wanted to. I know I can, but I don't know if we're going to fall into that place where we want to. Okay, we challenge you to a WWE fight here type of thing.
And I think we're
speaking of WWE. I wasn't going to show y'all this yet, but speaking of WWE, after Tim Walz said he believes he could kick most of Trump supporters, WWE legend Kane, who stands 7 feet tall, wrestled at over 300 pounds, and is now the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. I didn't even know that. That's lit. Has stepped up to the plate. So not only, is Tim Walz calling out, the Trump supporters, but he mentioned WWE. So Tim Walz, let's see what you got to say now. So my thing is that it brought me back to this video, y'all. Let me take the music out. It brought me back to this video. You know what I mean? And my thing is with this whole thing is this is the same Tim Walz that said that he can kick somebody and he's out in dressing rooms or wherever he is, at a hotel, something. I see a bunch of elevators dancing with a cowboy hat and a crop top in leather, all leather. We talking about the same Tim Walz. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, I'm not even gonna lie. We talking about the same Tim Walz that makes entrances like this.
Tim Walz.
That make it, and I don't want to play music and get copyrighted. We talking about the same Tim Walz that comes in like this, y'all. I find it so disturbing that this man literally points at nobody. Look at him. Nobody's not doing nothing for him to act like this, bro. How this man is acting. Never seen. I'm telling y'all, the same Tim Walz though. They can kick your A. That's what he said. The same Tim Walz. This is recently, y'all. Check this out. Small crowd. Look at this man. This man is. Why do they always? I feel like this is never gonna get. Every time it's like every time they show the crowd, they think this is a crowd or something. Like this, it's not a crowd at all. I'm telling you, it burns me up. Let's check out what Trump has to say about Tim Walz saying that he'll kick.
Tim Walz is now saying about Trump supporters, and forgive me, I'm just reading a quote from Tim Walz. I think I could kick most of their ass.
Oh boy, he'd be in trouble.
Is there any way to know?
Well, he's a loser. Yeah, I think he's a loser.
You heard what Trump said? Loser.
Boy, he'd be in trouble.
Is there any way to know?
Well, he's a loser. Yeah, I think he's a loser. He lost an election. He played a part. Usually a vice president doesn't play a part, they say. I think Tim played a part. I think he was so bad that he hurt her. But she hurt herself, and Joe hurt them both. They didn't have a great group, but I would probably put him at the bottom of the group.
Tim Walz at the bottom. I'm not even gonna lie. as much as I want to put Tim Walz at the bottom, I really feel like it's Kamala Harris. Like, I'm not even like, I'm being so for real. I feel like it's Kamala Harris. I'm not even gonna lie. Between Joe, I want to know what y'all think too. I feel like between Joe, Kamala Harris, and Tim Walz, I definitely put, it goes, I don't really know. I'm going to say Kamala, Tim Walz, and then Joe Biden. And if you think about it, it's reasons why, you know. I feel like it, and I know some of y'all are probably not going to go with it, but I'm telling y'all see what Trump said, a loser. Kane definitely challenges Tim Walz to a wrestling match, and I can't wait for it. Let's check out, this is on Never Woke. Democrats losing over 300,000 registered voters in February. No lie, y'all. Check it out.
Did you know the Democrats lost 300,000 Democrat registered voters in the month of February? And the only leader that I'm really seeing trying to make like intentional decisions to help the political parties, Gavin Newsom. No one else. There's a reason why they lost 7 out of 7 swing states. It's because they're too extreme. And there was a poll that came out that said AOC, out of all people, is the leader, most favorable leader based on Democrats. Democrats think that she's the face of the party. And she's extremely extreme. But Gavin's on a talk show, podcast, hearing out people like Charlie Kirk, trying to be a little bit more moderate. It's a strategy. Why? Because when the Democrat Party is too extreme, people aren't relating to them. And when people aren't relating to them, no one's voting for them. So At least there's someone out there that gets it, but it seems like a majority of them, 95%, are doubling down on what's not working.
I'm telling y'all. And I feel like, honestly, like when it comes down to Gavin Newsom, obviously I know y'all don't like him. I know I don't, you know. I can't speak for everybody else. I'm not a fan of, but I can tell y'all one thing. Out of everybody, I feel like he's, from what I've been seeing, just like you said, you know, hearing out people with Charlie Kirk, you know, and other people, you know, he's then had on this show or, you know, communicating with. One thing about it is that he's a person that obviously is trying to talk, you know, to others, not just in his party. And I absolutely can say that all people, that's the only one that I do see doing something, even though that, you know, regardless of who they decide as the Democrat, you know, leader, that a lot of people aren't, you know, seeing any type of change, seeing any, you know, direction, seeing anything that's helping. And they're completely lost right now. They're looking at AOC, they're looking at Jasmine Crockett, and they're definitely not people that I see. You know, I feel like it's just going to be another, it reminds me more so of like that campaign of Kamala Harris, you know, the type of speed and where they're at right now. And I'm telling y'all, it's not looking good. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe, and definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Praying that y'all have a great day today, and that, you know, things are well and things are all right. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.